Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Todd Mizzle. You watch my channel Mr. 14, and I'm here doing a review of Married to Medicine, Season 2, Episode 2. Married to Medicine LA, Season 2, Episode 2. Alright, let's go. We got more information about Dr. Kendra. So we see that Dr. Kendra is Blasian. She's Black American Asian, which is she had black and has Venezuelan. So I said, oh, okay. Yeah, that's what she said. Vietnamese, Venezuelan. What she Vietnamese. That's what she said. So I said, oh, okay, good. And that baby is cute, and then her husband is Chinese. So that, and then they got a little chunky little baby who just so smiles and giggles. I said, oh my god, that baby is so cute. They would interact with the baby a little bit, picking him up, and he was just so smiley and he just so giggly, and it was just so nice to see him so happy. They didn't cry, didn't do none of that stuff. He just was so happy, baby, and I was like that because it's like I was a happy baby. My mother said I was a happy baby too, so I was like to see babies so happy, just giggling, smiling, and just living their own life, and it's cute. So that baby is cute. And it was like then we see husband. I said they've been married for 6 years, and he's an internal medicine physician, and she an OBGYN doctor, and they both have hectic schedules. I could tell, and sometimes like finding time for each other it's like a struggle a little bit. But we didn't get to do too deep. But she did say that like sometimes finding time for each other is something because they always gotta maybe meet up when the halfway is that just coming home, just passing by each other. So it could be difficult at times, but they're making it work. So I guess they're moving into a new house or they just packing up their stuff because they had a lot of boxes in the garage, and they had to get to clear that out. So I said, oh yeah, a lot of boxes. So I guess they was getting that together, and you can tell Herbert. He said he was very persistent to get Dr. Kendra because they was working in a thing together, and I guess he has found his mark, and he just said he was not letting go until he get Kendra. And at first they were friends, and he said, I don't think I was considered in the friend zone. I was really in the zone, like I was really in it. So it was that, and she laughed because she was like, he was kind of cop blocking. So basically, any other people that she was trying to talk to, he was not having it because he was very persistent, and the consistency of him being so persistent of can't get her. They got together. I was like, I like that. He was not letting go till he found out. He said, oh, you gonna be mine. You gonna be my wife. I said, oh, I hear that. So they good. They married for 6 years. And it good. It seemed like Hobart, right? It seemed like he's gonna be a cool guy. Like he just like to have fun. He love beautiful women. He just like to have a good time. Like Dr. Kendra did tell Hobart of the comment that Heavenly said, and he did have took offense to it. He said, "Listen, if anybody not going to see me because they feel some way about whatever it is, they don't need to come see me." But at the end of the day, he joked about it, so he didn't really feel offense to the comment because he knows. And Dr. Kendra knows that I guess she said that, oh well, my husband's good, so we not in that stereotypical bracket. So that was that. We continue from last week. You know the cocktail party when Britain got Quad together and told Quad, you don't want us nothing over here. Because Quad was acting like she was running stuff, like she was doing things like, oh, what the hell, you have a side conversation, we're not going to be doing that. But it said we can have a side conversation all we want. This is a cocktail party, so you don't want things over here. Stay in your lane, all that stuff. So Quad was like, I was trying to tell you this thing, all that. I'm getting them in the face. She said, well, you came, it's like you came in on the rah-rah and all that stuff. So they squashed that, they cool. Jasmine and Imani went separately and separated from the group because they said it was too much going on. So they sat down separately. And I guess they decided to take baby steps towards each other because Imani said she had a hard time opening up because her father, the most important person of her life, just left her and her mom. So any interaction we have with other people, she was hard time to trust. So she would just drop person dropping a dime, and she feel any type of slight way towards them because her father left her. So that's what she's been doing. And she's a cool guy. She said she had nothing against Jasmine. She loves Jasmine. Jasmine's cool with Monty. Said, get to know me, be cool. But at the same time, Jasmine really not trying to get too close to Imani because she thinks she's still holding on to what Imani said last year and other stuff, and it's karma. So, and I would say, Imani, don't tell her anything about your marriage or anything yet. Yeah, still baby steps. The baby steps, keep it so casual. Don't say anything. But if they once they find out that something is not good in your marriage, they're gonna vote you and they're gonna leash you into that. And that's exactly what happened. So Shanique, we know Shanique was doing power. She was doing property management and raising the kids and doing things, and she was being a supermom. And she said she wanted to do real estate. She want to be a luxury realtor and something advance her career. Now, property management, you make good money, you make well. I mean, this could be a headache sometimes, but owning properties and managing and all that stuff, you got money revenue coming in. So I was like, girl, you doing a thing. But realtor, I would say, it's a lot of people, it's realtors in LA. So, well, I compete with all these other people, but that's what she wants. So she tried to get the kids together. She didn't have time. She wanted to make breakfast. Her husband Rob want eggs. She made eggs real quick. She whip it up, whip that thing up. He ate some eggs. Took the kids to school, and she told her kids in the car that she said, "Mom, you think about doing realtors?" They would say, "Oh, why? Why are you trying to do that?" It's like, what if it happened to fail? It's that you gonna jump a ship? And she said, "Well, we're not gonna think about me failing." And the kid said, "Well, why you just can't stay in the job you have now? We're not doing that well." I was like, who was the kids? But the kids being kids, they a little blunt these days and with they question and stuff. But I would say, Dad, these kids telling you like basically don't want you to jump ship and just stick with property management. Now I don't know if the father is telling them anything, but or she mentioned this before, or she just saying this to kids first, but they coming up with questions like they the freaking husband and stuff like that. But they kids, they was asking questions saying, what about this fail? What you gonna do this? Or why you want to jump ship? You was doing good in property management. Why the change? And sometimes you just want to do different things. You don't want to stay stagnant in one area. But hey, if the career is fulfilling to you, you do what you gotta do. Now, Mac is throwing Britain a 43rd year birthday party, and it's nice. It was a nice venue. The decor was great, the food, the drinks, it was a lot. And he wanted to do that because he wanted to make it up for being kind of Mitchy per se about the move to LA. He was not here for it, but he's glad he's there with his wife and his kids, and they all together. That's all to make us great. He just said the happy wife, he probably get some. And I'll say I don't know what's going on between Mac and Britton, because like I said, they are both fine looking individual. Britton is a beautiful woman. Mac is a gorgeous ass, handsome ass man. So it's like, how the hell they not jumping in bones? Even contestants say like to be some people who so beautiful, they should be like on it. So I don't know why it's what's lacking. So I guess we're gonna find out more in the season why they not having that intimacy as they supposed to have, because it is part of the relationship. Because when you lacking that, then a lot of small problems in your relationship start enhancing when you don't have intimacy. So I guess I'm not gonna make a light joke out of it, because at the end of the day, it is a serious issue a lot of couples go through when they marry. They don't have intimacy like they used to have when they was dating. Now in marriage, they have kids, and they also both successful. She's working as a studiologist. He's a real estate developer and stuff. So it's tough, but the fact that the kids are sleeping in the bedroom and they kicking the father out the bedroom, I said, how is that possible? Though, first of all, anyway, you would not gonna get anything. He's not gonna get anything if you have the kids in the bed. So tell those kids to go in their own room, sleep in their own room. They grown enough. They like elementary kids, age like 4th, 5th grade, something like that. Let them be in their own room and have their own privacy, and y'all can have your little do. Because ain't no other way that I would have a husband like Mac that I would not get satisfy him. I would not have him going somewhere else. With all these LA women out here, temptation at the finest for him to slip up and do something else. And I don't think he's the type of guy who want to do that to his wife. So he is a little frustrated a little bit, but he want to give his thanks to Britain for doing this and being like a hard ass about the move, and he wanted to give appreciation, so he gave her a party, and it was nice. It was a beautiful thing. Now the party came heavily. Girl, you can tell Heavenly do not wear shoes. Heavenly, you just stop wearing shoes, like wearing boots or high heel shoes. If you can't walk in it, Girl was leaning on those shoes like it was no tomorrow. Like she was leaning, like how your feet is like this. You like she was leaning. It's like I said, girl, you about to fall down. Like you don't have any. Do not have. It's not comfortable walking in heels, high heel heels. So she's coming in. She looked nice. She had a nice little dress, but walking that heel, she was not doing well. It was one point they freaking cameraman point in, zoomed in on her feet, how she was leaning out the freaking shoes to the side. That was funny. So that was cute and everything. And they joined, they drink. I think Toya complained that they ain't had like, what was it, Patron? I said, Toya, this is like a party. They ain't gonna have that hard liquor like that. They have wine, champagne, stuff like that. Do that. But she said she will go downstairs in the hotel area where they got hard liquor like that. I went to Patron. I said, I had Toya. Okay, the way you was doing that Instagram live with Simone or like that, you can tell you was in your little drink mode and you was telling it all. I like so Dr. Kendra came, her husband. He hugged Heavenly. They took a picture and they was cool. Heavenly was a little nervous, but they was good. He was hugging her and they took a picture. He was having a good time. He was taking a picture with a different woman, and she was kind of nervous bringing her husband around, but at the same time she's secure. She said she's very secure, so she's not worried about anything about her bringing her husband to this group of people. It's time to introduce him because he's be part of the cast. He's gonna be around the fellas. He's gonna be a lot of the ladies. He's part of the production, so it's his wife is the main cast. So it's like okay, really cool. Britain came. Contessa Britain came a little bit. I don't know. Contessa got lost. She was long with it with the thing, but they was waiting on her. Her and Britain, they came. They had matching red dresses because they're best friends. And Contessa gave a little speech. It was very nice that she gave that speech, and to see that they've been friends since they're 18 years old, and to the point that she's 40, Britain's 43 now, and I think Contessa's close to that age. So it's like they have years of friendship, a good lasting friendship when they know they went through their ups and downs a little bit. But you could tell their friendship was genuinely a great one. It was not really issues because they went through milestones together, and it's like the sister that she never had, like she said. So they good. Now Mac feel like he said, listen, if I make this good party, my wife will be happy. She might give some booty. And I said, you better. I said, I know you better flip it around and reverse it on that freaking Mac that night when you had that party. And man, else tell me the way that you would say you not did that to give your husband something, because he gave me that party. He would have got something. We would have had that limo. We would have had a partition moment. That's what we would have had. Driving around that partition, please. I don't want to see him. Get on my knees, 45 minutes to get a twist up, and we ain't doing all that. I like let me move on. So they had that, they got a little dancing and all craziness. Now, Imani talked to Shanique and Jasmine, I think somebody else at the table. Imani went to, this is why I say Imani, you shouldn't have told them that. Now they gave them something that they want to talk about. Imani told them that Phil is in Oklahoma for a couple of months now, and he's there having a little business. She told him it's health and holistic business that he's opening up, and he hasn't been home for a while. Now they would say, why is your husband not home? Like, what happened? So that she wasn't giving very details about why he's there, and they feel like she put in the front of what is really is the issue. Well, I guess we'll find out more of what's going on between Phil and Imani, because last season they was like thick of thieves. Now they was something not together anymore. So it was like, they're not broken up, but they in far as distance. So it was like, okay, I want to see what's going on with those two, but I don't want to think the worst. I just think it is some distance between them, and it's something that she's not really going to say, because she does say that she sometimes have a possibility that she would say she's fine, but she not actually is fine, and she don't let people in as much, or even acts to talk to people, because she just hold it in. She does things. So by saying that, now Shanique and Jasmine's like, oh, what's going on? They come up with the very conspiracy theories of why he's in Oklahoma, what's over there, why he's doing that, what's going on, why she putting up front that she's okay that her husband is out in another state in freaking 3 or 6 months, something like that. And I was like, yeah, that could be something that I'll be giving some pause, but I don't want to make that all my focus point. I said, listen, this is what it is. That's the same thing. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. Later on, they say they're gonna plot, they'll be nice and everything, but they're gonna try to get these girls together. They're gonna tell them more. And I said, y'all doing way too much. So Imani was right. She said the girls who don't really have much going on for their lives, well, not as much as duties as being doctors, had a lot to say. And Jasmine Shanique did have a lot to say in this episode because they was wondering what's going on. And Britain told Imani, prepare for backlash because they probably was coming after you afterwards because they feel like you judged them. Because Imani said, I only talk about the house. I did not say nothing about her husband and everything. It just looked like a drug dealer type of house. Like, this is aesthetics of the house, not about him directly. But after that, they gave a little brunch. Jasmine had a brunch for the girls, for the Atlanta girls before they go on the plane. Toya left early because she had to do things. And Quad said something like, she said, I like the trip, everything's well, and all stuff, and I will give feedback to improve. You should have toothbrushes, and you should have curling iron. I said, first of all, granted, it's not a hotel, but I don't think she should have any toothbrushes or curling iron for people. First of all, you don't share toothbrushes. So having toothbrushes at hotels, whatever, I don't think hotels have toothbrushes. You bring your own. So why the hell she would have had that as part of her thing for people who coming over? Bring your own, because that's, first of all, that's unsanitary to have toothbrushes that people share it. You had to get disposable ones and throw that out afterwards. So I said, that's that. And then curling irons, I mean, granted, yes, they do have dryers and curling irons in places for females who don't bring their own. So that's fine. That's understandable. But the toothbrushes, but even there with curling irons, a lot of women don't like to share their curling irons and stuff like that, or flat irons and stuff, so they bring their own. So they have that. But most hotels does have the dryers. Do they have flat irons? I don't know if they have that, but they do have the dryers and stuff like that. So, but that was Married to Medicine LA, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel. And I'll talk to y'all later, alright? Peace.